So the first method that the Alter Rebbe talks about how to deal with your emotional problems or your imagination is by changing the channel. You should forget about it. How do you forget about it? By focusing on something else. Focus on something that's benign or focus on something that's good, that makes you happy. Then there's another possibility. There actually are two other possibilities, but he deals with the third possibility before he deals with the second possibility. The reason for that is because the third or the ultimate possibility is the one that the average person cannot do. Usually the third possibility is within the capacity of the average person. But here, it's not within the capacity of the average person to do. Let me explain. The first thing he tells you is to avoid the problem by changing channels. Go away from your problem. Focus on something else, and you'll be able to then focus on a good thing. That's spatial. That's going around the problem, away from the problem, because you have the ability to turn it on or off in your mind. But then there's another possibility, which is a delightful and tantalizing possibility, which is called transformation, elevating the bad thought into something good. In fact, many Hasidic masters taught this to their flock, that if they think about beauty, they're attracted to something beautiful, a beautiful woman. And suddenly they become attracted to this in the middle of prayer. So they should think about, where does beauty come from? Beauty comes from the beauty of God, and direct their thoughts to the beauty of God, and thereby elevating the distraction which is of something physical. So the Alter Rebbe says this is not what you should be doing. Why? He explains. V'gam al yehi shoite. The person should not be a fool. La'asok b'halos hamides shel hamachshava zora. To try to elevate the bad trait of the stray thought by trying to elevate it. Ki noida, as is known. Ki loy nemru dvarim ahem. For these matters are only stated el tzadikim, to the righteous, sheneiflum le'machshove zora shelahem, that they don't find stray thoughts of their own. Ki yim yishalacherim, other people's stray thoughts have a way of filtering into other people. Your thoughts affect my thoughts affect your thoughts. And because we are interrelated and our thought process is interrelated, so that even if I have nothing to do with the thought that you may have, or the very fact that you're thinking about it has an effect on me, and I may pick it up. So righteous people also may pick up something that's not within their personality. I guarantee you, they're not thinking about Vince Scully when they're davening Ma'ariv. And if they were to have a thought of Vince Scully in the 1955 Dodgers, they're getting it from me. They're not getting it from themselves. And so then they have to go ahead and use the idea of people being competitive and trying to outdo each other in the process of elevating it to the conflict between the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara, between the good side and the bad side. And whoever is stronger will win. Whoever is playing better, more aggressive, will win. But that's only for a righteous person who doesn't care about Vince Scully and the Dodgers, and doesn't care about the Lakers or the Cavaliers or the Colts or the Saints. They don't care about them. So if they have a stray thought, they can elevate it. But we, somebody who has the thoughts of his own, from the evil in his heart, that's found in the left side of his heart, how could he elevate it above? He himself is tied below. In other words, our thoughts and our feelings tie us down. And therefore, we cannot elevate it, because in order to elevate something, you've got to be on the higher level. If you want to pull somebody up, you've got to be in the higher level to pull that person up. But if you're in the bottom level, you're not going to pull that person up. that person may weigh you down and throw you down. And so the Rebbe says, don't be a fool to try that, because that is the work of the great Rebbes, the holy people. But ordinary people, that's not what they should try.